Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. This jewel of great devotees.
Wow. Devotees or devotees?
Devotees.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Opposite.
Like a clever prankster.
Who suddenly pulls at some gopi's new garment, who touches some gopi's braid with his murali flute, and holds another gopi's hand, but who always falls at the soles of Sri Radha's lotus feet. Who always falls at the soles of Sri Radha's lotus feet.
Lampatamani, great devotee. Is it Krishna?
Right,
But who falls at the soles, foot soles, no? Of Sri Radha's lotus feet. So we're surrendered, no, to Radha.
Yeah. So Krishna, who likes to play with the gopis and touches their braid with his flute, holds their hands, he's flirting with them. He is wandering around on the paths of Vrajpur, waiting to meet Radha again, I suppose.
Read again this jewel of great devotees who suddenly pulls at some gopi's new garment, who touches some gopi's braid with his murali flute and holds another gopi's hand, but who always falls at the soles of Sri Radha's lotus feet, wanders over the pathways of Rajpur.
So I looked at this. Lampata means somebody who's in romantic affairs, not a devotee. That's right. So it's Krishna, the jewel of all the people in romantic affairs, who's flirting with the gopis and touching their braids with his flute, attracting them, and falling at Radha's feet. This guy is wandering around in Braj.
Wow. Very good. Respectful person.
Lock up your daughters.
The teaser becomes the tease for the...
A bee at the lotus feet of Radha.
Maharaj, Siddhanta, explain.
Yeah, it's I'm not familiar with this verse, so maybe we can read some more and get some more context and then make some comment.
Commentary. The maidservant anxiously cries out for Rasika Mauli, Krishna. And Krishna stays in hiding to watch her loving eagerness. In the Rasa Lila in Srimad Bhagavata, it is shown that Krishna disappeared from the gopis to worship them in secret. Tiruhitam. Sri Sridhar Swami on this verse. Antanenas, I disappeared and I stayed away from you just to hear your loving talks. In this way, I worship you. In the same way, Krishna worships Sri Radha by listening to the loving lamentations of her maidservants from a secret place. Then, when he sees that the maidservant's eagerness reaches its zenith, he comes out of hiding and reveals himself to the ecstatic maidservant, who will then bring him back to her Swamini. Meanwhile, Radhika has become very upset because Krishna is not with her. So her girlfriends take her along on the forest path. Suddenly, Nagara Raj comes to them with the maidservant and falls at Srimati's lotus feet, praying for her mercy. The Sakhis say, "Today we're going home. Our Sakhi doesn't want anything to do with a jewel of great womanizers like you anymore."
It's Krishna almost in Manjari Bhav. He's observing how Radha feels about him without her. He's observing her. And he was observing how the gopis feel about him without them knowing that he's observing them. It's only in the absence that he can see the true love that they have for him. When he's present, then it's a different mood. So he hides from Radha to increase her love, and then appears, and then the Sakhis chastise him. Sakhis scold him for playing this game, increasing Radha's love by disappearing and making her suffer.
Krishna is not just called one womanizer, but the jewel of all great womanizers, because his debauchery is most attractive. Sri Radha told Sri Krishna, who was disguised as a goddess, "O Sakhi, because of its debauchery, this love makes my beloved fresh at every moment. And its savor is very intoxicating indeed. It delights the free world like a stream of nectar, but it also burns like the sun at the time of universal destruction." In other words, the hero enjoys ever fresh savor as long as he can always meet new heroines. This keeps him blossoming with eagerness. At the same time, the heroine goes through wonderful feelings of separation and dreams of possible future enjoyment with her hero. Just as the moon delights the free world with its nectarian rays, So Prema gives the hero and heroine always new and fresh savor of meeting. And just as the sun burns the worlds at the time of universal destruction, the burning of separation tears apart the hearts of the hero and heroine. But this burning is again a special type of savor, like the blending of nectar and poison. By looking at their faces, Shyam sees that Radhika and her friends have become pleased with him. So he pulls at the cloth of one gopi who tried to stop him on the way. He touches another wayward gopi's braid with his flute, and he pulls another one by the hand. But then he falls at the lotus feet of Sri Radha, like a bumblebee falling on a lotus flower, leaving all other inferior flowers. In Raj, Shyam, the jewel of attributes, the great jewel of debauchees, the enchanter of Cupid, suddenly pulls at some gopi's new cloth through some trick. Sometimes he's bold, deceitful, and shameless, and he speaks clever words, opening the girls' braids and veils by touching them with his flute. Sometimes he touches a gopi's hand with his flute, and thus makes her know that he begs her to fulfill his desires. In this way, the playful hero, Hari, wanders from bower to bower. Sri Prabhupada says, but how humbly the connoisseur, Sri Govinda, falls at Radha's feet, praying to her for the fulfillment of his desires with incomparable, passionate love. Thus ends verse 233. Verse 234. I know that great debauchee who steals the heart of one gopi, who eagerly lays his hand on the tips of some gopi's breasts, who tugs at the jasmine garland in the braid of another fair-eyed gopi with his flute, who holds the shivering arm of one gopi, and who winks at another gopi, but who always rolls at Sri Radha's feet. I know that great debauchee who steals the heart of one gopi, who eagerly lays his hand on the tips of some gopi's breasts, who tugs at the jasmine garland in the braid of another fair-eyed gopi, holds the shivering arm of one gopi, winks at another, but who always rolls at Sri Radha's feet. The pastimes of a great debauchee. Commentary. Srimati is very happy when she sees that Nagararaj is playing different sports with her friends and that he falls at her feet afterwards. The greatest desire of the Sakis is to unite Radha with Krishna, and Srimati likes to please her friends in return by arranging for their meeting with Shyam. The maidservant sees how the king of devotees plays with the Sakis by placing his hand on the tip of the breasts of one of them, by tugging at the jasmine garland in one Saki's braid, by holding the horripilating vine-like arm of another one, and by giving a hint to another Saki to come and meet him somewhere in a kunj. Radhika feels indescribable happiness when she sees how Shyam thus enjoys sweet, amorous pastime, and she thinks, can I alone fulfill all of Krishna's amorous desires? My girlfriends, like Lalita, are equally qualified, and they will be able to give him even more satisfaction. Actually, Shyam is fully satisfied with Radhika, but just to please her, and because he knows how much she loves her girlfriends, he sometimes meets with them also. All the activities of the divine couple, even Krishna's cheating Radhika by going to her rival Chandravali, and Radhika's consequent hard peak, are all meant to make each other happy. The maidservants therefore see that although Shyam may play a little with Radhika's friends, he will ultimately roll at her feet in total surrender. That's why it's said, Anyonya Vishuddha Prema Kore Rasa Pushti. Their mutual pure love nourishes the rasa. Krishna's sports with the Sakis also nourishes his rasa with Radha, causing him to be more under her control and to desire union with her even more. The word alam, useless, in the text may mean he's vainly rolling at Radha's lotus feet after enjoying with her girlfriends like that. We know what a debauchee he is. This is a statement arising from the maidservant's deep love for Swamini, a strong feeling of mindness called Radha Snehadika. This ends verse 234.
This is the whole question of Manjari love. She asks, Radha asks, can I please Mohan all by myself? Am I sufficient? And the answer is really yes and no. Yes, because you're a goddess, and all his desires are always fulfilled, because he's the god. And no, because Manjaris have to be burnt. And we take the position of the Manjaris so that we can enjoy her giving pleasure to him, so we can enjoy the divine love. So the Manjaris are the observers. They're the facilitators and the observers. And that's the position that we aspire to be there, to help, to enjoy, to serve, as they realize their divine love. This is in a way what Mahaprabhu gave us. He gave us the divine love, Radha and Mohan, yes. But he also came as a man who showed us that we could observe this too. We could be part of it. We could serve it. So it has the three parts in it. Radha and Mohan, divine love, and we, the Manjaris, serving the divine love.
Verse 235. Aho. Sri Hari plays around, sometimes placing his arm that is studded with goose pimples of ecstasy on the shoulder of his beloved. Wandering around in Vrindavan with the wonderful gait of an elephant that is intoxicated by desires, and performing his pastimes of teaching very wonderful amorous arts in the lonely kunj that is full of humming bees. Oh, Sri Hari plays around, sometimes placing his arm that is studded with goose pimples of ecstasy on the shoulder of his beloved. Wandering around in Vrindavan with the wonderful gait of an elephant that is intoxicated by desires, and performing his pastimes of teaching very wonderful amorous arts in a lonely kunj that is full of humming bees. The revelation of very wonderful amorous teachings. Commentary. Srimati is very happy to see how much fun Nagaramani and her Sakhis have. But the Sakhis want to unite her with Shyam Sundar. So they go off on the pretext of picking flowers, laughing and giving hints to Krishna that he has his hands free with her now. Radha and Madhava then embrace each other and ramble through the forest of Vrindavan, followed by the maidservant. Madhava walks through Vrindavan with a wonderful gait, like a love-drunken, lordly elephant, holding his horripilating rod-like arm on Swamini's shoulder. Why is his gait so wonderful? Because he stretches his left arm out till it reaches Swamini's left breast. Swamini extends her right arm to Krishna's right hip. And thus they proceed, singing their self-made poems and songs, glorifying each other's forms, qualities, and pastimes. Swamini's taps the rhythm of the songs on Krishna's right hip, and Shyam taps the rhythm on Radhika's left breast. In Ujjvala Nilamani, Sri Rupa Goswami says that such playful, flirtatious pastimes are more relishable for the divine couple than their actual sexual union. During their forest enjoyment, Radha and Madhava become non-different from each other because of their indescribable love for each other. The two flowers of their hearts being tied on one string. When Srimati taps the rhythm of the dance on Krishna's shoulder, she chases away her enemies of separation from Krishna. Then the loving couple enters into a solitary kunja, which is guarded by humming bumblebees that do not allow anyone else but a supremely qualified maidservants to enter. No one else should see the intimate pastimes that take place there. With his matchless beauty and sweetness, Krishna takes away Harana, Radhika's feeling of opposition, shyness, and hesitation. And therefore he is known as Hari. The qualified maidservant blissfully sees how Hari teaches her Swamini all sorts of wonderful, amorous lessons. It's the end of verse 235.
So one interpretation of Hari and the Mahamantra is to steal. Like when you say Hari Ram, it's taking Radha. And here it's interpreted as taking away her last resistance to union with him.
Last resistance to union with him.
Yeah. Krishna takes away, with his matchless beauty and sweetness, Krishna takes away Radhika's feelings of opposition, shyness, and hesitation.
Mm.
Therefore, he is known as Hari.
Mm.
They came together, Gurudev, in the Kunj. And the last one to watch was the Mantri. With his matchless beauty and sweetness, Krishna takes away Radhika's feelings of opposition, shyness, and hesitation. And therefore, he is known as Hari. The qualified maidservant blissfully sees how Hari teaches her Swamini all sorts of wonderful amorous lessons.
Last verse for the day. 236. What to speak of touching them? Madhupati does not even cast a slight glance at his devotees like Narada. He does not meet with his friends like Sridham, and he is deprived of an increase of affection from his parents. He simply worships the pathways leading to the Kunj, knowing that Sri Radha is the absolute limit of love and the essence of a deep nectar ocean of the essence of sweet Rasa. What to speak of touching them? Madhupati does not even cast a slight glance at his devotees, like Narad. He does not meet with his friends like Sridham, and he is deprived of an increase of affection from his parents. He simply worships the pathways leading to the Kunj, knowing that Sri Radha is the absolute limit of love and the essence of a deep nectar ocean of the essence of sweet Rasa. Sri Radha, the essence of an ocean of sweet nectarian Rasa. Commentary. In his external consciousness, Shripad is also deeply aware of his identity as Srimati's maidservant, who is proud of her Swamini's glories. In this verse, he proudly observes how Madhupati, the Rasika Krishna bee, forgets all the other rasas he may have with other devotees simply by worshipping the forest paths that lead to the kunjas where Radhika may be coming.
He forgets his friends, he forgets his parents, all the other different kinds of bhav, only when he sees the path on the ground that leads to where the kunjas. There's only one rasa now for him, it's Madhurya rasa, conjugal rasa with Shrimati.
Krishna is controlled by the love of his devotees. The ordinary devotees, the Ajata Rati Sadakas, have an atomic amount of love for Krishna. Narada and other Mahayanas may have some more control over Krishna. The eternal devotees of Krishna in Raj, like Sridham and Yashoda, have great love for Krishna and therefore also great control over him. But Vrishabhanu's princess Radhika has the greatest love and therefore also complete control over Krishna. How can an ordinary boy remember his home, his parents, and his friends when he is deeply in love with a girl? Similarly, Krishna does not even look upon Narad and all the great devotees anymore when he falls in love with Sri Radhika. Some editions of Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi mention the word Shrishtyadi instead of Shripstyadi. In that case, the verse says, what to speak of the duty of universal creation? Krishna does not even look at his great devotees like Narad anymore. The Purusha avatars like Mahavishnu take care of the duty of creation. But Krishna is transcendental to this. He doesn't have to worry about these affairs. All these Purusha avatars of Vishnu have been touched by a whiff of Maya. But Krishna is the transcendental truth who has no relation with Maya. Then the word Adi in the text means relieving the burden of the earth by destroying the demons. All these things are done by Lord Vishnu's power.
Wow. You know, kill animals. This Vishnu is instead do this. Chaitanya Charitamrita is also.
Yeah, this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. All these Purusha avatars of Vishnu have been touched by a whiff of Maya. But Krishna is a transcendental truth with no relation with Maya. Then the word Adi in the text means relieving the burden of the earth by destroying the demons. All these things are done by Lord Vishnu's power. Ataiva Vishnu Tokam Krishna Rasarire Vishnu Dvare Kore Krishna Ashura Samhare.
Yeah, Chaitanya. Which one?
It doesn't say actually.
Adidila 400.
Wow. How can I describe Radha's glories? Sri Govinda is in topmost ecstasy because of Radha's love that enchants him and makes him forget even himself. What to speak of touching the great universal creators? What to speak of touching the great universal creators, Rama and Shiva? Hari even completely forgets his great devotees like Narad when he simply hears the name of Radha. How powerful is Radha's sweet love? It breaks Sri Hari away from his friends like Sridham and makes him check the great nectarian love for him of the king and queen of Raj. Instead, Krishna floats on the endless waves of a deep ocean with the essence of nectar, Radha's love. On the pathways leading to the Kunj, Madhupati prays, "Where is Radhika, the queen of my heart?" Sripad Prabodhananda, whose wealth and treasure is the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga, sings, "Govinda always meditates on the sweet love of his most beloved Sri Radhika." It's end of verse 236.
In Adi Leela, we read today in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Adi Leela, Krishna says, I didn't appear to destroy the demons. That's only a second place.
Vishnu is written.
Krishna is not written.
Written, Prabhu. Not in English translation. Read this, Bangla.
But there he is. It's Madhyam.
You have to read the Bangla, then it's very beautiful.
Attayeva Vishnu Tokam Krishnara Sarire Vishnu Dvare Kore Krishna Ashura Samhare.
Vishnu Dwara courage. And he instructs the Vishnu to do. Again, read slowly, not fast.
Bangla only.
Bangla.
Attayeva
Ataya means, yeah.
Attayeva Vishnu Tokam
Huh?
Attayeva Vishnu Tokam
To come?
Tokam
Not to come.
Tokam Krishnara Sarire. I don't know if pronunciation is right.
No, pronounce it. Not right. To come now.
Tokam. Tokhon. Tokam.
To come.
Krishnara Sarire. Vishnu Dvare Kore Krishna Ashura Samhare.
So destroy that happening by Vishnu. When he has to kill someone, he calls Vishnu to do that.
This is also one reason, Philip, why in Bhagavad Gita is not, he's only driving chariot, not killing.
He is driving chariot. Means there are 9 houses. This is 9 senses of us. And Arjuna is sitting and we drive our chariot. This is my ego driving my chariot. But there Krishna is driving chariot, means he is taking care of my life. And his devotee is sitting quietly higher than him. This is the position to the his devotee higher than him. And he gives direction to Krishna left, go or right. अभी थोड़ी देर के बाद कथा होगा तब करने का. We do this instruction. Arjuna will reach left, right, because he has a book, he cannot stay. He is meditating. So he puts the pressure of the feet in the back, and then Krishna do the chariot. So see the devotee, how he cares. And somebody is sitting in the front. So first bow will come to him, not to his devotee. He is ready to take all the bows of devotee. This is the meaning of chariot. He controls the 9 senses, horses. We cannot control ourselves. Without he is not driving my chariot. First sloka is Dharam Kshetra and Kurukshetra. But in this body, there is 2 kshetras. One is the soul consciousness. One is a material body consciousness. Dharam Kshetra is soul consciousness. And Kurukshetra is physical body consciousness. Kshetra means the area.
Jai Shri.
Radha, Jai Shri Radha.
Thank you so much for this wonderful class. I'm really sorry that I missed so many classes, and I'm going to try to make effort to join more frequently. Because when you're away for a long time, you kind of lose the feeling, and it's a little bit hard to get the feeling back. But yeah, thank you so much. See you soon again. Jai Radha. Dhanyavad. So I don't have the book with me. I'm not able to travel with that big book so much. But how many were towards the end of this? No?
280, I think. I think 280 verses.
Yeah.
We're on 237 and there's 280 verses.
Oh, okay. So quite a few left. I just wanted to say these verses really, like, how can I say, they're so like indescribably delicious. They are really like so sublime and so transcendental. There's nothing in this material world can even come close. to these pastimes. It's just so like mind blowing, and it's just dripping with nectar. It's really fantastic, to get a glimpse into this reality. Very special. And even the commentaries are quite short. So you know that whoever's doing the commentary is also speechless. almost speechless. So this special mercy of the Manjari to witness this is really like
Manjari 7. Then of Manjari. Vilap Kusum Manjari 7 verses. We are reading as soon. Night time.
So, I've been reading Chaitanya Charitamrita recently and going over and over again this special mercy that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has distributed so widely, this Manjari Bhav, which we know was not previously available. And through the words of Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, that we really have a first-hand, kind of like a first-hand front row seat to this. It's a very, very, very high thing, very special thing. So if we can somehow surrender to that mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then maybe we have a chance, to gain entrance into this. It's a very, very special thing. Priceless. So Uddhavaji, how are you doing there in Vrindavan? Feeling good?
Yes, I'm fine.
I didn't recognize you because, it's a little bit far, and I'm sorry I didn't greet you properly when it didn't click in my head that you're there now. But it's so nice to see you there, and I'm following your Chaitanya Charitamrita classes. They're wonderful, very, very nice. I really enjoy it.
Praise class, Chaitanya.
Nice. Very nice, dear. Nice.
Yeah. It's something we all need. We all need to refresh and to read again and again and get some deep, deep realizations from this. Because it's really, really the essence of the Gaudiya Vaishnava literature, this work. It's the postgraduate work of all the Vaishnava literature, the Gaudiya Vaishnava literature. So it takes somebody who has a keen...
Vilap Kusumanjali, can you read? 7, what we are reading, is a very good lesson, Maharaj. Some line. What you underline?
Verse,
not verse. I say underline. This is underline. This one.
Many things underline.
About the Manjari Bhava. But Sachidananda, I am reading.
Even Krishna could not understand Radhika's innermost feelings. That's exactly why he became Gora. His free wishes in these directions were unfulfilled. That's why Shyam Sundar became Gora. A greed arose in him to understand the greatness of the love of his Priyasi, beloved.
Radhika love.
So he relished it with the help of her mood and complexion. This, no, but if this was the line, was
That is it, in the mood.
taking shelter in the mood, no?
He took the shelter of this mood. In Hindi, he not become Radhika. He took the shelter of the mood, means Manjari. Manjari take the shelter of the mood of Radhika. He has not explained clearly. So many people, Gauranga Sutta saying that Krishna become Radhika. No. He took the mood and shelter of that mood. That is Manjari. In Hindi very clearly explained. So they cannot write it right way, translate it. Yes.
Then you cannot know how heavy a weight is just by looking at it. You have to take it on your shoulders. When Krishna understood the weight of his Prayasi's love, he ended up in a severe condition in Gaura-lila.
So there is three in Gaura-lila: Radha, Krishna, and her Manjari. This is Gaura. Gambhira, he acts like a Manjari. Outside he acts like a Radha, and he acts like a Krishna.
Gurudev, I have a question. So this distinction is very nice. When you make this distinction between he's not Radharani, but he's coming in the mood, taking the shelter of the mood of Radharani as Manjari. Do you have any realization of which Manjari he is? What is his name as Manjari? Is that possible to discern?
After that, this happened. Before, no practice was there of Manjari Bhav. He is the pioneer to give this mood to Rupa Manjari, and then he is Manjari Bhav.
But doesn't he have a name? Doesn't he have a specific Manjari identity?
No, he realized it. No? Then the Rupa Raghunath is explaining that.
I'm sorry? Could you repeat? I'm not hearing so clearly.
This this mood is the highest. So Rupa Raghunath he instructed to do that.
Right.
And Sanatana.
Yes.
So Rupa Raghunath is Avidya and Prayojan. Rupa is Avidya and Raghunath is Prayojanacharya. And Sanatana Goswami is the Sambandha. Many devotees, 30 years practice, they have no relation with this student. Nothing will work. First Sambandha, then Avideha, then Prayojan. Without relation, not working. It's said. Can you make highlight? Down, little down. Yeah. Yes, good. No.
Okay.
No, you make slow. One. More.
This is the highest Gurudev.
On that tree. So to meditate is what it means to take the mood. What does that mean?
How? Really?
Yeah.
Living in that I am Radha. I am your maid servant.
Yes.
And I don't know you. But Gurudev will introduce me to you. So this is your responsibility to accept me. Because I don't know you. But Gurudev said to do it. I do. Why not people accept me? I am not qualified. But Gurudev is close to you. He is a pure devotee. I am not pure. But he recommends me, I do. And why not people accept me? This is the challenge. This seven is very important today. Yeah. Thank you, Maharaj.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe Radhe Radhe